Hi, I'm Michael Gray, and this is my reflection of chapters 4 through 6 of Simon Sinek's The Infinite Game. In chapter 4, Sinek discusses a hypothetical position of the Chief Vision Officer. This position would maintain the company's vision rather than having a Chief Executive Officer. And if I was asked the following question, if I was interviewed for a Chief Vision Officer of outside of the responsibilities outlined for this job, how else can you help this organization? I would answer that by saying I can help this organization by doing my job and making sure that the CFO and the COO and any other executives make decisions that align with the vision of our company. And then I would explain to them how if they don't make a decision, if they make a decision that's outside our vision, that could potentially impact our company in the long run and that therefore would not be worth it. And a great company I think that has been maintaining their vision for years on end has been Apple. And that's because they've just been focusing on beating themselves and keep continuing to make better technology rather than just competing with other companies. In chapter 5, Sinek has a long quote that he goes on that says, "The responsibility of a business is to use its will and resources to advance a cause greater than itself, protect the will and places in which it operates, and generate more resources so that it can continue doing all those things for as long as possible. An organization can do whatever it likes to build its business so long as it is responsible for the consequences of its actions." And for this question, I I need to give him my honest opinion of how would I challenge support or what is my opinion regarding the business. And I would support everything in that statement because advancing a cause greater than the company itself shows the employees that you are a compassionate boss and therefore having the employees will not diminish because they'll know that they'll be working for a greater cause rather than just making their boss rich. And this will lead the company to making significant progressions which will generate more profit for the future. For chapter 6, Sinek talks about explaining the difference between will and resources. Will is something that drives a person in their daily life. Will is something people just want to work towards, such as commitment, inspiration, and motivation. Meanwhile, resources are more measurable, and there are things such as customers, money, any product that you may have in your establishment. So, resources and will are very different items. And a true story that I'd associate this with, of where I had a lot of will for the day to get a job done, was when I was working at the Black Wolf Run golf course last year, and our boss gave us three very large areas to string trim at the end of the day, and we only really had like an hour left in the workday, and he didn't expect us to finish, and we didn't have a lot of gas left. We didn't really have much stuff left from our previous job, so we got the string trimmers out, and we were just getting done what we could, and then all of a sudden 45 minutes go by and we realized we were practically almost done with like the whole thing. So we decided to just push through, and if we ended up staying like 5 10 minutes late, that would be all right because it would make our boss happy, and that it would show our boss that we had the will to do something that most people would have just not tried to do and just like sat there and waited till work was done. And for the concept, I would say was my favorite from this from chapters 4 through 6 is the will versus resource concept. And that concept is really my favorite because will and resources can be seen in many different ways. And his explanation of that was really perfect. How will is people like pushing themselves and pushing forward with their inspiration, with anything. Like with will, you can do anything. And with resources, you can only do so much before you run out. Like a resource such as money, like nobody can buy the world. And with will, you can just keep pushing to get what you want in life and be happy. And overall, this is my reflection of chapters 4 through 6 of Simon Sinek's The Infinite Game.